Hey everybody, this is Traci Cornelius coming to you with no makeup on and very close to midnight. Don't know if you can really kind of see that as I'm going all over the place, but that's what kind of happens when you're in preparation for Christmas and you have lots of children and you also work evenings. So anyway, so the ingredients you're going to need for the Christmas morning bread is 450 grams of strong plain or strong white bread flour. You're also going to need 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt and 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. These two will then be sifted together into a large bowl, which I've got waiting here. You're then also going to need 85 grams of light muscovado sugar, 50 grams of unsalted butter, 2 teaspoons of easy blend yeast, 50 grams of walnuts, 85 grams of raisins. If you don't want to use raisins, you can use cranberries or dried cranberries. That's what I've used before and that works out really well. You're also going to need 2 medium eggs, which you'll beat up. And the other thing which I haven't got ready yet is the 200 millilitres of milk. So the first thing that we're going to do is going to sift in the flour and the salt and the cinnamon. Once you've sifted the flour, cinnamon and salt into a bowl, you're going to pour in the muscovado sugar, the light muscovado sugar and the yeast and just stir them together. The mixture should now look something like this and you want to make a well in the centre. That should be about right. Now transfer the 200 millilitres of milk and the butter into a pan. You want it over a medium, well, light to medium heat, and just heat it through gently until the butter has melted. Once that's done, you can then transfer that into the well that you've just created. So just added the melted butter that was melted in the milk, and now I'm just pouring in the beaten egg as well. At this point, you can then just gently mix everything together until it becomes like a bit of a sticky dough. Once mixed together, the dough should look something like this. Now you can turn it out onto a floured surface and you want to knead it for about, probably about 5 minutes. Once kneaded out, it should look something like this. Now it's ready to basically transfer into a clean bowl. So I just cleaned out the bowl before. And you want to let this rest in a warm place for about an hour and a half or until it pretty much doubles in size. Now just to protect it as well, you can put some cling film over the top. Just make sure that you oil the cling film on the inside so that if this rises and it touches the cling film, then it doesn't stick. Okay, so here is our dough mixture. Now as you can see, it's just over doubled in size. Now I want to turn it out into a floured surface again, punch out the air, knead it for about another 5 minutes until it's nice and smooth. And then we're going to knead in the raisins and the walnuts. The hardest bit for me is always trying to knead in the raisins and the walnuts. They just like kind of drop out. It's just something that you're going to need to persevere with, but it is worth it. So this is how my dough looks now. As per the recipe, you would now split this into 3. And put it into a 900 gram loaf tin. I'm not sure how much mine are, so I've actually greased up 2 just in case. This one is a really old tin, which is why it's got grease proof paper in there as well. So I'm just going to divide it up and see how it goes. So I've divided mine into about 4. This would basically just mean it will have like little bumps when it cooks. But they fit perfectly into this tin. So this is probably around about a 900 gram tin. So you could do it into 3, wouldn't be an issue. Now, once we've done that, it's going to be a case of oiling some more cling film, putting it over the top, and then waiting for probably at least half an hour for this to rise again. It should rise to the point of touching the cling film, which is why you want to oil it. What I'll also find is that these sections, where I've got little gaps, should also fill. Okay, so you can see that it's all risen up really nicely now. And this is pretty much ready to glaze. So we've got some egg yolk with a little bit of water. And then we can just use this to glaze over the top of the loaf, and that will just make it look all nice and brown and kind of glazed when it comes out. Okay, once you've done that, you want to pop it into the oven. I'll have all the different oven temperatures on the blog, but it's gas mark 4 at about 20 minutes. You want to keep an eye on it. When it goes a nice golden brown is when you want to then put a double lot of tin foil over the top, and that will stop it browning anymore, but it will continue to cook. To begin with, you want to cook it at round about, gas mark 6 to begin with for 20 minutes. Cover with tin foil, then you want to lower the oven to about gas mark 4 and cook it for about 20 minutes. So now taken out of the oven, can cool it down, slice it up, toast it for Christmas morning. Yummy! Don't forget to check out all the ingredients and all the method and everything else on the blog. All the details will be down below. Thanks for watching. Bye!